Just cutting away to this big development that has come here. It's a Times Now super exclusive news break here, where we have been able to access a certain level of that the enforcement directorate that has submitted to the top courts. And one of the aspects that it has suffered, that the Aircel Maxis case, there is a news that is tightening. 54 files of FIPB approvals which are under lens. One of them also is the INX media case, but that's not the only one. Transactions which are saying that there are more than 1,000 crore or 1 crore of kickbacks that have been given, and there is no account for it. Beg your pardon. There is an observation which says total inflow of foreign exchange involved in the acquisition of shares of Aircel Limited was 3,520 crore. Therefore, the competent authority, that is the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, was to give the FIPB approval, but the approval was then given by the then Finance Minister. The other point that they are also talking about is that in the investigation under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, inter alia revealed financial transactions amounting to 26 lakh 444 rupees and 90 lakh 9,000 rupees are not genuine and bona fide business transactions. The individuals involved in receiving the said suspected funds were Shri Karthi P. Chidambaram, Ravi Vishwanathan, Mohanan Rajesh, CBN Reddy, S. Bhaskara Ramanan and Ms. Padma Vishwanathan. This is the update coming through. Nikunj Garg, our senior editor, Internal Security, joins us with more details. Yes, Nikunj, this is a serious indictment. And now, after INX Media, it is Aircel Maxis. 54 FIPB approvals under the scanner.
Well, yes, Anand, actually, the INX Media case has hogged the limelight for some time now. But it all started with Aircel Maxis clearances and the FIPB's role, FIPB's manipulation and FIPB's alleged wrongdoings, which according to the enforcement agencies were helmed by Karthi Chidambaram with the help of his father, started coming out in the fore in the Aircel Maxis case only. And if in Aircel Maxis case, the same modus operandi which they say that has been applied to other FIPB clearances has actually not been applied, and the permissions that were granted on the basis of the face value of the shares, which reduced the amount less than which
Well, Nikunj Garg, our senior editor, Internal Security. Nikunj, just one sec. I'm just going to show across this document, which is an affidavit on behalf of the Directorate of Enforcement, which was filed with the Honorable Supreme Court in December 2017. And this is what it says. Point number 11.1 is what I want to focus on. Point number 11.1 says total inflow of foreign exchange involved in the acquisition of shares of Aircel Limited was 3,520 crore approximately. Therefore, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs was the competent authority to give FIPB approval, but the approval was given by the then Finance Minister. Then in the next page, corresponding page, as far as multiple observations, point number 13 says that there were two transactions, one of 26 lakh 444 rupees and 90.09 lakh. Both are not genuine and bona fide business transactions. This is what the Enforcement Directorate was able to find or unearth under the PMLA investigation inter alia. They are saying, and they've named the individuals, Karthi Chidambaram, Ravi Vishwanathan, Mohanan Rajesh, CBN Reddy, S. Bhaskara Ramanan and Ms. Padma Vishwanathan. These are the names that have been taken. Nikunj.
Well, yes, Anand, absolutely. And many of them, as you now know, Karthi Chidambaram, Bhaskaran and C. Ramanan, his CA, have actually been questioned and put behind the bars by the Enforcement Directorate. And the Enforcement Directorate, as I was telling you, is claiming that for the cases that have been singled out for bending the rules, courtesy the role played by Karthi Chidambaram and approved by his father, there was special manipulation done at the level of Foreign Investment Promotion Board. And as you would also know, that this government clearly believes in what the enforcement agencies are saying, because they have already disbanded Foreign Investment Promotion Board, assuming that there was in multiple instances at least where criminal wrongdoing, forgery and misappropriation of public money and loss to exchequer were caused by the officials of the FIPB. In fact, the Enforcement Directorate has today also maintained that they are coming up, they have already issued summons to many of these officials who have been associated with the FIPB at various stages, and now are going to call them for interrogation purposes. Remember, at least 6 secretaries to Government of India whose support, in a way, Mr. Chidambaram has been claiming in the clearances that he granted for the FIPB have already recorded their statements with the Central Bureau of Investigation. One of them has also recorded his statement with the Enforcement Directorate. Now, what is left is that, in the public domain, at least it needs to be seen, or at least in a court of law, the enforcement agencies will make it clear that how many of those top officials have backed Mr. Chidambaram's claim and how many have disputed it, that the entire process was completely done in a thoroughly professional manner and was above board, and officials were involved right from the word go till the very end, and there was hardly any manipulation or political intervention or political bending of rules that was done at the level of the finance minister himself.
Yes, absolutely. And Nikunj, the other aspect that stands out is this is a submission that's been made to the Honorable Supreme Court in December 2017. So this is just around the time that the ED crackdown and the CBI crackdown around the Chidambarams has intensified. Hina Gambhir now joins us on this on Nation Wants to Know. Hina, over to you as you take this story forward. Big news break this.
Well, absolutely, Anand, and Nikunj continues to be with us on this big story. Nikunj, of course, the questions now will be asked to the Congress party and the Chidambarams as well, who have just been calling it political vendetta all the time, when continuously we here at times now have been saying that there is evidence, and that's the reason why this action was taken against Karti Chidambaram. So it's another headache for Chidambarams. That's what we are breaking for you. Aircel Maxis case news is tightening around Chidambarams. Remember, last time also when this issue came up, of course, it was said that it's nothing but political vendetta. 54 files, in fact, of FIPB got clearance. ED is saying that transactions to Karti's firms are suspected. Over 1 crore alleged kickbacks, in fact, were paid to Karti Chidambaram. What is it that Chidambarams are going to say now? In fact, in this case specifically, the role of P. Chidambaram is also under the scanner. ED claims that it was the ex-finance minister, which is P. Chidambaram, when he was the finance minister during UPA's regime. That is when the clearances were given. Now, this is certainly another headache for Chidambarams. Already in the INX media case, it is being said that it's political vendetta. That's the only thing that the Congress party had said, and it was all being done to divert the attention from the entire Nirav Modi case. But here we are now breaking more details in the Aircel Maxis case. Nikunj joins us with more on this. Nikunj, Times now has accessed these documents. Give us more details how this means more headache for P. Chidambaram specifically.
Well, Hina, Mr. Chidambaram's role obviously now is under intense scrutiny and comprehensive focus of both the investigating agencies who are now coordinating their effort, the Central Bureau of Investigation and the Enforcement Directorate. Remember, the Central Bureau of Investigation has already recorded Mr. Chidambaram's statement. If they will move a step ahead, that step can be something very drastic. And I do not want to second guess that proposition, because as far as the recording of statement has been is in place, that has already happened with the Central Bureau of Investigation, and the Enforcement Directorate, of course, has now issued summons to the officials of the Foreign Investment Promotion Board. Next, of course, they will have to issue at some point of time summons to the then Finance Minister also, who was helming the entire process and was at the apex of the political decision making, and as the boss of the Foreign Investment Promotion Board had exclusive powers alongside his officials to grant clearances up to 600 crore rupees of foreign investment. More than that, of course, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs' permission was required, which has also come under dispute, because Mr. Chidambaram's side, Chidambarams have long been maintaining that this was not a case that should have been referred to the CCEA. The enforcement agencies maintain that CCEA alone had the powers to grant sanctions in these two particular cases, Aircel Maxis and INX News Media, and the face value of the shares was taken only exclusively in these cases, bending the norms and bypassing CCEA, actually overlooking CCEA. So very, very clearly, at some point of time, this questioning has to move forward, and whatever trajectory this entire investigation takes in terms of taking this interrogation or investigation forward, Mr. Chidambaram's role now remains extremely crucial.
And with ED clearly saying that it was former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram himself clearing most of these proposals, most of these files, now that becomes an important point here as well. Nikunj, thank you very much for joining us and bringing us this story.